For me, the overriding point of art schools is to enable our students to discover and celebrate their own creativity. Without creativity, we're ultimately less human. And in that, for me, lies the key to the answer to the question, what's the point of art school?
We were trying to tell our contemporaries that art colleges, self-evidently, were at the pointed end of the great surge of creativity and imagination that appeared to be dragging Britain and the British economy and society away from the sparse grey decades that had followed the world wars. Our excellent mainstream university provision will not be able to draw on a massive creative potential that could give this country the competitive edge in the production of intellectual property and in the design of worlds and societies yet to be conceived.
This is a quote from Michael Craig Martin in conversation with John Baldessari. An art school was something in Britain. If you said to an ordinary person on the street, oh, he goes to art school, they didn't know what an art school was. But everyone knew there were things called art schools. There's a way in which we can do more to bring our curriculums into the public domain.
Art schools are often perceived as diverse institutions, but they are fast becoming exclusive and less diverse.
After finishing my degree, I decided to work for a design studio for a short while. However, things never worked out. So as a result of that, I decided that I was going to start up my own design company. And in October, I decided to do that, and it's been going well ever since. So that's my experience.
I believe the arts are becoming more elitist and arts education more inaccessible. But that's why we're here today, appealing to you to fight that and to defend our diversity.
Even though education in South Africa has historically contributed to oppression, art education has functioned quite differently by contributing to empowerment. Here in the UK, art education has functioned similarly in some ways as an integrated space that is less governed by social binaries. In the post-war climate, those who would not have considered university as an option because of financial constraints often could get grants to study at art schools.
The arts in education produces great citizens. They come out and they might specialise in something that seems obscure and not even obliquely related to everyday life, but arts graduates are able to use these skills in various social situations, various work environments. It creates citizenship.
This is what I say to my students. You can do anything. And the only thing you have to keep in your mind is if you do nothing, nothing ever changes.
As far as widening participation in Central St Martin's, we are doing this work. We are working with schools. My colleague Ian from the Centre, UAL, is working with schools. There is this work going on in the ground. I think it just needs to be taken slightly higher so that perhaps our head of college and deans know the kind of work we're doing and can work with us.
I said in my speech that this discourse needs to go outside of this room and back to your own institutions and keep this the really important debate going.
I thought for a long time there was something wrong with me because I didn't think like other people around me, and that every original thought I had was at odds with the community. Art is not a hobby, it's creativity. It's not a phase that you're going to grow out of. You don't outgrow it, you don't get rid of this. If it's only available to a certain amount of people, it's going to heighten that sense, and those people will get rid of this. They will see it as an unnecessary thing that is just belongs to the rich and the people who have a bit too much time on their hands.
We are in a culture that is not valuing in any way early art education, so why would we value it later on?
So I really believe that the creative skills, thinking and process that we have can be transferred and applied to anything at all, and absolutely anything.
All of you in the room who understand what art schools are about, understand that they're about association, they're about free thinking, like Uta was saying, and they're also about participation.
I would not put science and art into a kind of like oppositional structure. I think this is what governments try to do, to say science is valuable, art is not valuable.
Somehow we need to make a stronger and better argument around the economic benefits of having a creative culture to sell, because what else are we going to do?
I wanted to get a multiple set of voices, because there's no single answer to this question, that's absolutely apparent. And I think that today has been a fantastic multiplicity of voices. I think that we need to be more confident, articulate and political about what we can offer. And I think that today has begun to do exactly that. Thank you.